Let's start.
Okay. Hello. You're all welcome. I can see a lot of people are already here. Welcome to today's presentation. Bakshi is always here first. Welcome. It's good to see you. Carl Vincent, I can see you. Please, wherever you are, tell people to join. If you're on pages, remind them if you've already told them. Tell everybody, your friends, your family, even your enemies, they call it. Let them be aware of that. We have a fantastic evening for them. This is a relaxing evening. Tomorrow, a lot of things are going to start in our lives because we go to work. This is the time to relax, listen, and rejuvenate yourself towards a lovely week. So tell everybody you know to join and listen to this wonderful presentation. So wherever you are joining us from, state it in the comment section, your name. Actually saying that he's from Bangladesh. He's like hours ahead of us. It's known, but he's still there. So those of us in the GMT zone, we have no excuse but to what? Be here. So invite everybody. Oliver, I see you. Welcome. I can see Boss Lady Agatha, you are welcome from Cape Coast. Boss Lady Gloria from Upper West of Ghana, you are welcome. Benjamin, Boss Benjamin, you are welcome. Boss Yao Budu from from Ashanti. Okay, you are from Ghana, so you're also welcome. Boss Mauko from Keta, you are welcome. Boss Lady Yvonne from UK, you are welcome. Boss Roland Accra, you are welcome. You are all welcome. Boss Philip from Ghana, you are welcome. Boss Lady Fulera from Belgium. So we are intercontinental. So you are all welcome this evening to this evening presentation. Just sit back, relax, please, but don't sleep. Be awake and be attentive so that you hear everything we'll talk about. Boss Nick Elia from Ontario, you are welcome. Boss Calvin from Achimota, Ghana, you are welcome. Boss Tyson from Zambia, Lusaka, Zambia, you're also welcome. Boss Lady Emilia from Ghana, you are welcome. Boss Charles Damoa from Tema. Boss Robert from Ghana, craft making tips. That's for Steven from Accra. Generation Zone from Las Vegas. So you hear when we keep saying that we are international. You are all welcome. And Boss Lady Loretta, you are welcome. Boss Gideon, you are welcome. You are all welcome to this evening presentation. So as much as possible, they say what? When you come, you will learn. But when you come with someone, you will earn. So make sure that if you are here alone, let someone listen with you and you will learn along with the person as time goes on. So why are we here? So are you ready now? So my name is Enyunam Epifania Sepenu. I'm a professional nurse and I teach. So I call myself nursepreneur and I'm an entrepreneur. I teach, I'm a nurse, and I'm an entrepreneur. So all this is what I do as a person. So as we sit, let's begin so that we don't spend so much time. But I'm not here alone. As you can see, we have some wonderful people that will come up. We have Dr. Kweku Ohene Asare. He's currently in UK and he's joining us. And we have Boss Lady Irene Martha Planch from Brown Hartford. I don't know the exact place that she is right now. She's in multiple places. So it's good to have them on board, and I'm sure other people too will join us as we continue this evening. So there are parts of the presentation we'll listen to. I will take the first part, then Prof will come in and continue. Then we'll do an interview after that. So please stay glued on your seats until we finish. Thank you for joining us this evening. So why are you here? Why are you here? So all of us, we have aims, ambition, goals in life. That when we were young, we had very big dreams. But as we start growing, realize that the realities on ground does not favor us. When we start earning money, that is when we start working. The first salary that hits our account, it frightens us because what do we see? We see our dreams, then we see the money and realize that then we'll have to do a lot to be able to fulfill that. So the dream of being at the best location in your city, which is usually very expensive, the salary does not match. So we start shrinking our dreams. Or we want to have a number of children. People dream is what? To have a number of children. But when you look at the school fees, it frightens you, then you start reducing it. Or we want to be investors. To be able to invest, you need huge amount of money to what? To get huge dividends within a short time. And those things frighten us. GotBackUp is saying that they are giving you the opportunity to rise up and bring those dreams alive again, so that what? They are here to empower you as an individual, and also your families and all the people around you, so that when you are empowered, you can easily do that, because you have big dreams. All of us have big dreams, and we have very huge or good work ethics, but because of the systems that we are putting, it does not happen. GotBackUp is part of what? A company called Global Virtual Opportunity that started in 1997. And because of how huge their dream is, they had to move to Texas. They started in Canada but had to move to Texas, bought a property in Texas. This is a technology company. And when you are looking for the big technology company, you find them in what? Texas. So they moved there, bought a property, 10,000 square feet property, and what? Made it a data center. So everything they have there belongs to them 100%. And that is how they want to what? Help us build our dream through two major global trends that are sweeping the world that we all know of, we've heard of, but we don't know how we can leverage on it. And they are trying to help you understand. What is the first one? The first one is the phone you are using. The phone you are using generates something we call what? Data. The pictures, the document, the music, everything. Even if you type A, it's a data that has been generated. It falls on your phone. And through that, you realize that you may even need another phone again. So the demand for usage of phone will keep going up instead of going down. Because if you have one phone, do you think you can go to zero? No. Either you are keeping the one phone, or you put what? You add multiple ones to the ones that you have. And that is where the market is. The demand will keep going up higher and higher. And any business that you do that you know there's demand and supply, you know that there's success that will be there. And as you can see, phones generate data, and the data keep going up and up, because the memories you have on you don't want to lose it. And that is where the business is, because data generation, they have to save it. And that's what generated the cloud storage, because data storage went through processes. Paper then went to what? Pen drive, then hard disks, and now we are in the era of cloud storage. As you can see, money goes through this industry. In 2022, look at the amount of money. $90 billion went through this industry alone. And we are in 2025. By the end of this year, the amount of money that might have gone through this industry will be what? 166. In the next 5 years, it will go to almost $500 billion. And the surprising thing is that we have less than 30 companies in this industry, mainly because data is a delicate thing, and to be able to get certification for it, it is difficult. So it is one of these companies that we are talking about this evening. So your phone, let me ask you, would you ever go without your phone? If you ever go without your phone, put one in the comment section. But if you won't, put zero in the comment section. Our phones have become so dependent that when we wake up, it's the first thing we see and usually the last thing we see. When you are moving from the house and you forget your phone in the house, would you move without your phone, or you go back and pick your phone? If you move without your phone, put one in the comment section. But if you will go back and pick your phone, just put two in the comment section, and let's see. I will go back for my, because without my phone in 15 minutes, it's very uncomfortable because of the things that I use my phone to do. Our phones have become our alarm. We use it to read. When we go to the loo, we carry it to go and upload, that is reading, whilst we download. So you see that our phones are something that we are used to, and it's called addiction. Addiction has two things. Addiction can destroy your life or enhance your life. If it's enhancing your life, it's a good thing because it's speeding up your life. If it's deteriorating, that is when it's not good. So you realize that phones have become part of us to help us enhance our life. The other negative side of what having a phone or laptop is that data loss. We lose data continuously. Is that what? 45% of phone users, they lose their data through damage to their phone. Has it ever happened to you before? I have experienced it several times. And my laptop too, I have. Your phone screen can crack, and as much as 5,700 people, they have their screen cracked every hour. Can you imagine? And when that happens, some of the phone, the ink will just cover. That one is the painful aspect. If not, those that don't do that, it's uncomfortable to go around with phone, and through that you may lose that data. And what for stealing of phones or laptop is something that is so common. As fast as what, 43 seconds. And when that happens, everything on that phone or that laptop is gone forever. So people look at covering the outside of their phone, but the inside is what they don't think about. This is where GotBackUp is relevant. The second trend is what? Something that we all know about. If you don't, it's good you are getting to know. When you go to America, that most people want to travel to, as many as 42% of Americans are involved in what we call side business. They don't depend on their salary and no. Hey, then what of us who are in what? The third or fourth world countries, that our money, you have to use multiple to get $1. So this is not something we should talk too much about. And young people are becoming so open-eyed about what we call entrepreneurship. We call them the Gen Z generation. Why? Because their demands are so much that the money parents give to them is not enough. So they are involved in other streams of getting other streams of income. So it's something that they are familiar with. So these are the two main trends that this GotBackUp is riding on and saying that whatever dream you have, it is possible to bring it alive. The interesting thing about this is that GotBackUp started in 2023 April. That is when it started. That is when it was launched. And we have 195 countries in the whole world. From that time till now, GotBackUp has permeated or gone to 154 countries. Can you imagine that? What type of business can you run in 5 years, in less than 2 years, and be able to reach 154 countries? I still remember when I started some months ago, it was 92 countries right now. So imagine within that time, this number adding to it. So this is how the beauty is. So do you agree with me that probably by the end of 2025, we'll be in the 195 countries? If you agree with me, just put an emoji in the comment section. At this juncture, I would like to invite one of the board members of this company, GotBackUp, to come and continue from this point. He has been able to achieve lots of things with this and has mentored a lot of people like me to reach heights that we didn't even imagine we would get to. So he will explain it. He has a specialty in this area. He will explain everything and also how you can take advantage of this opportunity. So at this point, I would like to invite Dr. Sari to continue from this point. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you so much, Enyanam. Please, if you will agree with me, let's give a big round of applause to Enyanam for the wonderful expose. Just give me some big round of applause. I like the way Cornelius is applauding, Rose Martin is applauding, Lady Lillian is applauding, James Godwell is applauding. You know, all of you are applauding. I want to say thank you so much indeed. I want to tell you a story, ladies and gentlemen. I want to tell you a story. Stories sell. Facts tell. You will notice that most of the people here, because we are all using a mobile phone, it's only a matter of time that we begin to see that our data is important. For example, in 2003, I was using something called Dropbox. I was paying a lot of money for the Dropbox. But every year, I was paying an amount of money that was giving me just 2 terabytes of the Dropbox. And I was getting nothing from it. I was only getting the service, which is why they created it in the first place. And then a Canadian friend, a Canadian couple, engineers, called me and told me about GotBackUp, that they believe that it is something that has just happened. They know the CEO of the company is just started. And so it's going to blow around the world. Initially, people will not understand it. People will not believe it. Some people will not believe it. But it is going to take over the world, because one thing about technology is that technology is taking over the world. So whilst he was talking, I asked him, how do I even get on board? He sent me a link, and whilst he was talking, he had already come on board. And the name of that company is GotBackUp. I became part of it in 2003, July. I've never regretted it. And I'll tell you why I've never regretted it. Because GotBackUp is like Dropbox, Google Drive, iCloud, but it's better than them 15 times. And I'll share some of them to you. I will also be posting some of them in the link here whilst we are talking. If you have been reading in the link, you would have noticed that. For example, GotBackUp is 3 times cheaper than iCloud. 3 times cheaper than GotBackUp. than Dropbox and 3 times cheaper than Google Drive. You can see the pricing here. And this is even if they are all giving you 6 terabytes, 6 terabytes. You know, one thing some people say, they say that I don't think I need a lot of space to save my data. But we don't only save data because of space. We save data because if your phone is lost, you've lost everything. If it is stolen, you've lost everything. You cannot tell. I don't know about you, but for me, when this phone is lost, so many things are lost. You know, passwords, codes, information, pictures, videos, documents. These things, once they are gone, they are gone. And so it's very important that we normally save our digital life. And have you observed that these days YouTube is about to charge people? Are you aware that when you post a picture and video on YouTube, okay, YouTube will be charging people? This is an insider information I'm giving you. And so a time will come, people realize that now they need a space to store those things. Those of us using GotBackUp, our server that we use is not going to conflict with YouTube and Facebook and Instagram servers. So we wouldn't pay for that. So it's very important to recognize this first benefit. The other thing is that you can share the space. GotBackUp gives you 6 terabytes. You can use it to back up, or in fact, you can clone your phone. It doesn't matter which operating system you are using. You can be using an Android phone. You can still get it there. You see, iCloud, you have to have an iPhone before you can use it. But GotBackUp, you don't need to have an iPhone alone. Whether you have an iPhone, Windows phone, Huawei phone, Android, anything, you can still use it. So it's universal. And that is one reason why it is growing. Now, sometimes it might look to some of those who are now members of GotBackUp as if it's not growing. It's growing, I'll tell you, because it took a longer time for Facebook to take over the world. Facebook started in 2004, February. 20 years was last year. Okay, so it's taking 20 years. The first year, it wasn't really. Do you remember the days of hi-fi? Hi-fi was there when Facebook came. So it takes time, but it grows. When it picks up, it grows so fast. GotBackUp allows you to automatically back up your files anywhere you are in the world. You can access your file anywhere. Once you do it, it's there. And it has a powerful security system. If you are watching, please read the information in the chat there. You will see how powerful the security system is. It's called a military grade. The security system is so powerful that it is a 256 advanced encryption standard. It's an SLS protocol and TLS protocol, which means that your data is not secured only when you have it, but it's secured even when it's moving from your space to another person. All of these are part of the benefit of GotBackUp. The security is so tight. For example, it is seated on a 10,000 square feet data center in the US. In case there is tsunami, earthquake, Armageddon in the US, your data is backed up in multiple centers across the world. It is highly secured. And guess what? You can use GotBackUp to do something incredible. You can use it to do something we call advanced plugin systems. Okay, I'll show you about our advanced plugin system, but let me tell you something interesting about this. It is called lead capture system. You can use GotBackUp to send a bulk email to multiple people in your enterprise. Okay, if you have workers, you can send one bulk email. It doesn't matter the number of people, 10,000 people, you can send one email to all of them. Everybody will get the same email at the same time as if you sent it to individually to them. You see, the system will make sure that the person's name will be mentioned as if you personally sent it to them. It's called email personalization. And you can have that also with GotBackUp. In fact, you can even automate the email. You can write 20 emails and tell one email to go to these people every Monday at 7 o'clock and another email to go every December 24th. And this email should be running every time. Every time. All these, you pay a small amount of money every year for that purpose. But it's even more than that. You can use GotBackUp to collaborate and share your documents with anybody, anywhere in the world. It's called document collaboration. For me, I love this because I share things with several people in the US, in Canada. I'm now in the UK. I'm sharing things with people in Finland and Sweden. Okay. Even if you don't have Microsoft, you can speak and the document will type. Okay. Whilst you are speaking, is typing. And you can then convert it to any language you like automatically. You can speak in English, convert it to Chi, convert it to Gan, convert it to Ewe, to German, to Chinese. And you can even allow it to read it for you. So even if you don't know how to read or how to learn a language, you can just type in English or in Chi or any language and then tell it to translate it into Chinese or Spanish or German for you. And so you can type, then it translates and read for you, you type it. Can you imagine that, the beauty of all of this? Now, the other collaborative system like Google Drive, iCloud, and Dropbox, they don't have this facility. Okay, Google Drive have a little bit of this facility, but you have to pay $500 to be able to get it. In fact, you can encrypt files. You can do photo editing. You can put your photos there and allow the photo to be edited. You can take a photo in Nima and act as though you took the photo in London. You can do several editing of your activities. All of these, you have that. And that is why GotBackUp is flying. So it's flying because of the facility is provided. And guess what? It's still cheaper, way cheaper than the other ones that we know of. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not the only benefit that one can get in GotBackUp. There are other benefits that is making GotBackUp grow. And I'll tell you why. You see, most of us, we are in this world where we buy Netflix or Prime or Disney, and you pay £10 every single month. The Dropbox like this, you pay $120 every single month. People are paying money every time. DSTV, people are watching and paying every single time, but they don't pay you back. I've been doing Netflix for years. They don't pay me back. But GotBackUp pays you if you work for it. And this payment is work. So as long as you are willing to work whilst you are using the enjoyable service, it will pay you. And this has created a project that so many people, even if you are okay with life, this is something you're already using. So you can use that as an idea. But the thing is that it's not compulsory to be part of this program, the income part. You can just get the service of GotBackUp, enjoy it, and you are fine. But if you want to make some very good income, and I mean very good income, it's not going to be big in the beginning. It's going to be small to start with, maybe $200, $500, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. These are small coins that you start getting from the beginning. If you are working, it's not going to happen immediately. It's not an investment. Okay, if you are only buying something and you are getting something back, the rest is you doing something for the company. Now, what do? The company does not do advert. The company doesn't do advert. It uses word of mouth through you and me. And we have designed a system in place that will make it possible for you if you plug yourself into that system so that you can now earn income with it. First, you got to be willing to learn. Second, you got to be willing to educate other people. It's education. A lot of people don't even know about cloud. It's education. And I guarantee if you do that, you will be happy. You will not only make money, you will also get something we call knowledge. Knowledge in a way that will benefit you in several areas of life because we are a community. Knowledge about how to build your business. Knowledge about how to think. Knowledge about how to communicate. Knowledge about how to network with people. And knowledge about how to go around different places in the world. All of this. So how do you start? And you see, the other thing is that you cannot, even if you are doing a business or a job, you cannot rely on your salary alone. So it's always nice to have something on the side. Every great person who is doing well right now financially is having a business. I'm telling you, everyone. I've never seen anyone who is doing very well and it's not having a business. That is why when many people become politicians, what's the first thing they sometimes do? They set up businesses. They create farms. They create petrol shell. They create businesses. Because businessmen and women are the movers and shakers of every economy. But you see, it's very difficult to start a business. It's hard. Take Uber. You need to get, if you're in Ghana, for example, you need to get over 80,000 to get one Tico Uber. It's not even guaranteed that that car will not have accident. It will take you 4 years to pay back that money. And guess what? I make more than the person who paid that money to do Uber whilst I'm doing this GotBackUp. And I'm still enjoying the knowledge, the benefit, the value. Oh, you will get so much value. So the first thing to do is to get a service. Once you get a service, tell your friends, tell your family, anybody you know that you have an incredible news for them to come and listen. Whilst you are learning, you got to plug yourself into the learning that you'll be provided. Whilst you invite the people to us, we will talk to them whilst you are learning. Because you've not reached a stage where you can talk yet like we are talking. But you got to be willing and committed to learn. Because we do weekly trainings, weekly gathering, weekly organization. As you commit, I guarantee you will make more than your salary. Because I'm just under 2 years old in GotBackUp. I make more than my salary. It's not guaranteed that you will make more than your salary, like I am making more, because my salary is quite big, but I'm making more than my salary. But you have to be willing to learn first. If you are willing to learn, you may be tempted to fire your boss in 1 year. So let me show you how much income one can get in GotBackUp. There are 7 incomes. Some of the incomes are immediate. In fact, income number 1 is immediate. It's called customer acquisition income. This income is an income you get provided we speak to the people you are inviting. And when these people are happy to get a service, you get $50 instantly. But it's not everybody we will talk to and educate that will be part of you immediately. Some will take some time. You see, people have gone through things in life. They've gone through scams in life. So they think everything is a scam. So some people, you need to allow them time and feed them and educate them with this. Because some people, their brain is all scam. Okay? And so you need to have patience and educate them. Don't force anybody. Educate them. Detach your emotion from it and then educate them. Now, if you can't educate them, bring them to the leadership. We will educate them whilst you learn. I emphasize on learning whilst you learn. Because when you learn, you become better. Hosea 4:6, it says lack of knowledge. People are struggling. I have seen struggling lawyers, struggling accountants, struggling professors, struggling doctors, struggling. Why? Not because they are not great. It's because they have not learned the way to magnetize the conditions they seek. And we teach you that here. So let's take $50. Imagine each month, each day, you are getting $50. And you can get $50 every day. In GotBackUp, you can do that. Now, for you to be able to get $50 every day, you got to be willing to talk to at least 20 people a day. Now, what do you tell them? For each person, you don't have to spend more than 30 seconds. I'm telling you. What do you tell them? All you got to do is to tell them that you want to give them a gift. But for them to get that gift, they should visit this link. And then bring them here. That's it. Imagine the people on the call here, okay? 50 of them are your people who are listening. 50 of them. They will get some knowledge. They will get informed. They will make an informed decision. And please, when you invite them and they come, please invite them again. And again. And again. And again. Because that's why people go to church. You know why they go to church? Sometimes the same thing they are repeating in the church. The Holy Spirit magnetizes you. So as a person begins to come here, the person's knowledge is expanded. You can make $50 every day. That is $1,005 every single month. This is just on income number 1. That is 22,000 cedis every month. Income number 1. Forget about income number 2. Forget about income number 3. They will start building up, and they are more than income number 1 over time. Over time, My income number 3 is more than my salary. And so you can benefit significantly as you take advantage of some of these things. Ladies and gentlemen, there are so many other incomes one can get. We don't want to go into the nitty-gritties of that. How much do you have to pay to get the service? Please remember that there are so many free things in GotBackUp, but there are certain things that are not free. For example, the email system is actually not free. The value is $500. The mentorship, the guidance you get is actually not free. It's $1,000. Okay. When you put all the things that you see on the screen, being part of the community is free, but the personal development is not free. When you combine it all, the price is $2,000 for a year. But this month, the company is allowing everybody to pay only $120. Now, $120 is the payment for a year. Now, Uber is not $120. Uber is about 80,000 or more cities. Okay. Now, when you divide that by 15, okay, then we are talking about an amount of about $5,300. That is the price of Uber, between $5,000 and $10,000. But do you know how long it takes to get back that income? A minimum of 4 years. But GotBackUp, I paid $120 for a year. For a year. How long do you think it would take for me to get back that money? Don't forget that once you get your first person, you get $50. Second, you get $50. So by the time you get 5 people, you already have $120 or $150. That's even more than the $120. So it can take only just 3 people to get back your income. But it's not just the money. You see, when your mind is all money, 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 that's when life becomes a pain. Some people, the moment they see this thing, all they see is money. But see it as a service, as a learning environment, as a personal development section, as a community building, as a network group of people, getting to know people. Remember, we are in 140 countries, 154 countries. So you got an opportunity to get to know as many people. I'm part of the board. Now I know people in Florida. I know people in Canada. I know people in US, Australia, Italy. People I can go to anytime and go and stay with. Some of them even invite me to come and stay there. So ladies and gentlemen, the kind of people you will get to know in the GotBackUp community, that is more than, your network is your net worth. We have a service everyone needs. Why do I say so? Sustainability is when something cannot just vanish. Everyone is using this mobile phone. There are more mobile phones than there are human beings. So everyone is using it. As long as everyone is using it, do you think that Facebook will ever vanish? Facebook will never vanish. TikTok will never vanish. Data is growing. Artificial intelligence is the new electricity. As long as people are using this thing, if you lie, don't be part of this, you will see that the next 2 years, 3 years, the thing will still grow. We are in 154 countries. So what do you think will happen by 2030? And I know you might say that, by 2030 is far. It's not far, my darling. Look at your children. When you were pregnant, you thought that they will not be 5 years. They are 10 years. Life is going. Sometimes we think that there's more, it's too long. It's not too long. By the time you realize, it's gone. Take advantage of your advantages. Sometimes God is blessing you. He's blessing you through other means. We just have to take advantage. Yes, it is going to be hard in the beginning. Yes, there will be people who will not listen to you in the beginning. But if you look at if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, coming over and again, who has not been laughed? Go and tell Dangote about this thing. He will clap for you. He will tell you, move on. Don't give up. Go on. Listen. Do it. Not everybody is going to listen doesn't mean that it's not going to work. The people that make the world move, they make the world move because they see the future. Because wisdom is the ability to see what is obvious, even when it's a secret. Timing is everything. If you start today and you build your empire, baby steps, you will grow. You will become better than tomorrow. And so take this opportunity of yourself and look at how you can benefit. Life is all about decision. Life, life, life is about decision. Sometimes one decision, you are one decision away from making a change in your life. I remember when I started this in 2023, some professors were telling me that I'm a fool. One said that you everything you want to go with it. Really? Everything. Sometimes in life, you got to take chances. The people you meet, the faith you have, that's what's going to define you. You got to take chances. A woman goes through 9 months of pregnancy. It's not because it's fun. It's tough. On the day of delivery, the woman can even die. But every year they are doing bang, bang. Why? Because she looks at the bouncing baby child, the future. So look at your life now. Don't be forced to do this. Ask yourself, do you think that looking at my life now and what I'm doing now, what can I do to improve where I am? You've been doing that work, that business, that thing all along. How has life been? Look at your life now and tell yourself that, am I going to do this for up until when? What will I lose at all if I start this? How much am I putting in that is so expensive that I cannot start with? Let me give it a try. Whatever will happen, will happen. Because the word decide ends with the word side, like suicide, like homicide, like genocide, like insecticide. These words don't carry small ideas. They all mean life and death, life and death, life and death. You're about to make a decision of your life. That decision could mean life or death. I have realized that nothing in life is worth it unless you take risks. You will lose at some point in life. We fail our way to success. Jesus failed his way to success. He had to struggle. God failed when he made Adam, and Adam failed him. And so when he brought the second Adam, he had to make sure that he's not living in a garden again so that he will fail him. He had to put him in a manger so that he will sense life and go through the pain of life. Pain is a necessary evil for gain. No test, no testimony. Storms make the oak tree grow deeper roots. In order to build a tall building, you need to have a deep foundation. When your foundation is shaky, your skyscraper is weak. Ladies and gentlemen, at this stage, let me show you. Some people are making some very good income. On your screen, you can see that some people are making some very good income. Let me ask one of our panelists here, Irene. Irene, I want to ask you, what motivated you actually to decide to be part of GotBackUp? What really gingered you to start this whole GotBackUp?
Yeah, hello, Doug.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, so it was the that there was a lot to be made in this I to make money, but I stayed and I am staying because of the knowledge I am gaining. So I have learned from this project that schooling education really starts after some things, my belief system that needs serious working on. Thanks to God, now I'm changing my mindset about setting holding me back. And I realized that learned from GotBackUp that before you can even make the money, you should have served a lot of people. So if I'm not serving people, I shouldn't expect to get money. And then this does not apply only in this project, but it's going to help me in my life as well. How valuable am I being to people and to myself? So that is why I am still staying in GotBackUp after joining because of the money. Thank you.
Good, 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 good. So let me ask you, so what you're saying is that you are getting something beyond the money. What is that?
Yes, I am getting value. My belief system is changing. My
Okay.
mindset
Irene, I
is
want to understand.
changing.
What do
I'm
you
doing things.
specifically mean by your belief system? I want to understand. What exact benefits are you getting by saying your belief system is changing? I want to get that.
Yes, so I joined because I saw that there was big money to be made. I would have left because I didn't get that big money the month I joined. But I realized that I can only make that money when I have become valuable, when I have become useful to people, when I have made other people, when I have served enough people. And this is something that I wouldn't get anywhere, because I've done other projects, I've done other businesses, and it's even, I run a pharmacy, and this is helping. So people come, and then I have to be extra nice to the people, because I should serve them in such a way that they will feel happy giving their money to me. So that is the kind of value I am getting, the impact I am getting from here. And then also my belief system. So after first degree, I got tired with learning. So it took me a long while. I'm now starting my second degree, because I thought learning was hard. Learning was just reading, passing exams, and so why? But with this project, I've realized that no, I need to read, I need to learn. So now I have started reading books that before then I only buy and then keep. But now I am reading the books I have bought, and then I'm learning a lot. So sometimes I speak to people and they are like, hey, Irene, these things you are saying, say yes. That is what I'm learning from the
These
community
things you
I
are saying
belong
is sounding
to.
like Hebrew to them. I see.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I like, because you've told me, you even told me something about your children. Do you remember? You
Yes,
said something
yes, yes.
about
I forgot that
the
one. So a
yeah, you
conversation with
indicated
them.
something that you have seen the value that your children are even getting from the things you are telling them to do. You know,
Yes,
previously they used to do things that you thought they cannot do, but
yes,
when you started giving them those things, they can do them easily. You know, something like that you mentioned, because you saw that you
yes.
have to.
So
Do
yes,
you remember now?
my son is 7 years. Yes, my son is 7 years. And one time during one of the trainings with a dog about belief, I called him to come and listen. And then after listening, I asked him what he learned, and he said he has to be bold. And once something happened, and when we lived, he had to move from our apartment to another apartment to pick water at dawn, and he was scared. He told my help that she should go with him to take the water, and she refused. And then he said, Mommy, I remember you said I need to be bold. So I was bold, and I walked out and I picked the water, and I was touched. 7 years, he remembered that Mommy said you need to be bold, and he was bold and walked out at 2 a.m. It was risky though, but he remembered that he needed to be bold, and so he stepped out and he picked the water for himself. And now they are helping with house chores, like they do things. So from the project that adversity is the mother of invention, so my kids are now sweeping. They come and tell me that, Mommy, we have swept, we have washed dishes. So the oldest is 7, and then the second one is 4. And they are just helping. So I call them, come and listen. And Dr. KOA is a household name here. They all know about Dr. KOA. So they say, Mommy, Dr. KOA said you have to help. You have to believe in yourself. You have to be confident. You have to use your brain. So when I go to school, when Madam asks a question, I use my brain. And wow.
Wow.
So I'm
Wow.
not getting the money for which I joined GotBackUp, but my children are benefiting from the things I'm learning from GotBackUp, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah. I mean, money cannot even buy. Even though I know you've gotten
No,
some money though, but you've not gotten the
yeah,
big money you're waiting for, which of
sure.
course will take some time for that to happen. And you know, I can see you smiling. Why are you smiling? Why are you smiling?
I'm just happy because I knew her before she started, and I know the process she's going through. So it's exciting listening to her and
And have
saying
you seen that she's been doing videos?
yes.
Yes.
She's been my face on friend on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah,
She says she's actually mentoring people on social media, but never showing her face.
yeah,
But ever since she started this, and I know very well it is the things you tell her and all the trainings that we are doing, that every day I go ahead there now and she has done a video. She has so much in her that she can bring out, and people need to hear those things, and that is what she's doing. So I'm really excited, and when you see people growing like this, it gives
yeah.
some
She's a
comfort
learner.
that it's not about the money only.
Yeah, yeah.
It is not only about the money.
She's a
Mm.
learner. You
Yes.
remember, Irene, when you did your first video and I looked at it and I said, Irene, we need to start again. Then you did another one. I said, Irene, we need to start again. And now I don't have to comment. You are
No.
becoming better. Who you
Yes.
are is your nature. What you are
Yes.
becoming is even your manifestation. Value, this value you are giving to the people. And I see that you've changed again. You are giving them more value about your work, more value about things. Even juju people are on social media. Boko Haram are on social media. How much more, us? So what this community is doing is making us better. We are learning, unless a person is not committing to the learning.
Yeah. Very
Unless
true.
the person is not committed. But once you are learning, you will be, you learning is exciting. People go
Mm.
to church not because they are earning money,
No.
but they are learning, they are feeling themselves, they are enjoying the knowledge that they are acquiring. Okay,
Yeah.
so a person needs to eat the knowledge diet, and that person is going to benefit. Now, let me go back to the service of GotBackUp. Okay, Enyanam, what has been one of the things about the GotBackUp service that you have seen is quite exciting?
Okay. The wonderful thing about God Backup is that it doesn't matter what operating system you are using, as you said in the presentation. So, at first, for instance, if you have Google Drive, you know that it's only Android, and also maybe your laptop, you can connect with it. But with God Backup, it does, whether you have iPhone or what, Android phone, you have Windows, you can easily connect with it. And the beautiful thing is that everything is at one place. It's not like the others that your data is scattered in all this other cloud system, but this one you see everything. So for instance, if I travel somewhere and I didn't carry my laptop, I can go to my cloud and retrieve whatever I need from my cloud without carrying my laptop. That
Excellent.
is
Let
one
me
of
go
the
back to
exciting things.
Irene and ask Irene something. Irene, what would you tell people who have joined Go Backup now and probably they miss the trainings? They don't get involved to get the knowledge that you are getting now, which is helping you and your family. What would you tell them?
Yes, so those who are already in God backup, at least I'm an example. Like Boss Lady Enyonan said it, and Doctor has also said it. I I write a lot on Facebook, but I hardly show my face. So it's because of these trainings. And whenever I watch a training, I get motivated to do more. And then sometimes you don't know what to say on Facebook, but from the trainings, I pick an idea, then build on that idea to share something on Facebook. And then now people are reaching out to me, people are commenting, and wow. So please, if you are here, don't miss the training. Sometimes I miss the training, but when I'm washing or when I'm driving, I replay the trainings to get an idea to use for myself and to use for my kids. So yes, the money, not getting the money can be discouraging, but the other
Yeah,
things
yeah,
aside the
yeah. It's an
money is
important.
worth more than the money. So please, if you are on it, if you have registered, don't deny yourself the value that is being dished out for free. Like you wouldn't get this anywhere. Sometimes you have to go and pay to hear some of these things, but we are getting it for free. So please, as Doctor will say, take advantage of your advantages and plug into the system. Don't miss trainings. Don't miss trainings. Attend trainings and then pick ideas, develop it, and let it work for you in your life, have an impact. And then people would only join you when they are seeing who you are becoming. Because you
Mm-hmm.
can't, from the trainings, you don't sell the company, sell yourself.
Mm. Yeah,
People
I
will
love
follow
that.
you
I love that.
because of the changes they are seeing in you. If you say God backup, God, what is God backup? They'll follow you, because of the changes they are seeing you becoming, the transformation. So you speak, and then people, oh, okay, so then this God backup is working because now, and it's from the trainings. You can only get this. Just registering and staying wouldn't make a difference. Join the trainings, and then pick ideas and develop and make your life a better one. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Regeneration Zone has made an interesting. It says success starts with permission from yourself. Okay, so you can pay money $120 to start with God Backup, but you've not given yourself permission. And so
Mm-hmm.
you are in, but you are not in. You're on the edges. You're on the edges. You are trying to see. So when people are talking, you are watching them. You are watching. You are not talking some. You are watching. When people are going, you say, let them go. In fact, when you probably sees people commenting on the page, you say, these people are disturbing me. But the thing is that you've not given yourself permission. I love that point Regeneration Zone has made. Okay? So we got to give ourselves permission to thrive. Every one of us here is busy. But once you give yourself permission, and let me talk about the income, because I am making some very good income, because I am really committed to this. Ladies and gentlemen, the income that I make in Go Back, I mean, some of you could see some of the incomes I show. Okay. At some point in time, I show you, and I want to share something here for those of you who probably don't know. Some of the income, for example, that income I made, you know, $3,970 in a particular time, that income has gone up. You know, even if you are making $1,000 a month, would that make a difference? Let's not mince words. The only amount of money you pay is $120 for a year. For a year. That is 2,000 cedis for a year. It's not too much. It's not expensive. If somebody should tell you that that is expensive, the person is not ready to run any project or any business in this world. Because to even start bread business, you pay more than that. Provision store, you pay more than that. Okay, so that is so teeny. Meanwhile, that's the same money I paid, and yet look at what you are seeing on the screen. So be willing to grow yourself. Once you have grown yourself, you can grow your business. You can grow your empire. It takes that time. You gotta give yourself permission, man. And again, it's not only this project. Anything else you want to do in life is hard. When you see some people have married for 50 years, go and ask them. It's with trials and tribulations that they've gone through. When you see somebody passing with flying colors, multiple degrees, it is with pain and agony. Even God subjected himself through pain because he knew the end result is worth the glory. You got to be willing to set yourself on fire. You got to be willing to pass through your Red Sea before you can get to your promised land. There is no easy way to the greater mountain. If you want life to be easy, you have already failed. Expect things to be tough, expect things to be better, and just pierce yourself through, because it's not going to work that way. Even the invisible, the superpowers, the immortal subjected themselves through pain. And some of them, like Jesus, was killed. So as you see, this whole idea, like when things are hard, then people run away. When things are hard, people run away. What would you tell people like that? Or people think I don't think this thing is gonna work. They don't want to take risks, and when they take it and it's a little bit hard to, they want to quit. What would you say to people like that?
Okay. The fact is that in life, everything good goes through some level of belief. Let me ask you, for instance, when you started your class one, did you know that you end up in secondary school? No. We didn't even know that we'll even finish the class one. We didn't know anything, but we believed it. After school, you don't get paid immediately, but we believe that when we go higher and start working, we'll be paid. How many people have finished university right now and sitting in the house, but we spent money to do that? That is how life is. So when people come into this business and that they expect that without doing anything, then something should come. That is where the scam is. That is where the scam is. Without putting in effort, then you are expecting to, it's even against principles. Nature, it's against nature. You would have to sweat to some level before you get something. That is what we are in. It's a fact of life that we can't change. Imagine if this company was dishing out money without anyone doing anything, would they still exist? It is not
Mm.
possible. This is created for what? People who can see and believe and put the effort in. When you start working monthly, even those who are being given checks, how long do you think that that business would thrive? But still, we put our all in it. And it's so easy when we are building other people's dream. But when it
Mm.
comes to us, we throw it out. It is so
Yeah.
easy. Whatever establishment you are in, someone's dream, whether it's government job or what private job, know that it is someone who created it. Now
Incredible.
it's
That's
your
true.
turn to also create. What are you doing? And this is the way that we are going. Put your all
Excellent.
in, do it to the maximum level, then see if it will work, because people are, evidence is there that people are making it. Why won't you be able to make it?
Lovely. Martha, what's your last message for those in and those out?
Yeah, so those who are out, let me say, tell a story. So Dr. Kere keeps on mentioning that he joined in July, and in August he reached out to me, and I gave 1,001 excuses why I couldn't join. I used my location, I used money, and then sometimes I'll see his message and pretend I have not seen. And now I regret not starting early, because this is a project where you leverage on the efforts of other people. So just imagine in August, out to me. If I had joined, by now I would have been making some income. But I waited and waited to see if this thing would really work. And oh, where I am, people cannot afford. I don't know a lot of people. Meanwhile, I'm always on social media. And surprisingly, the day I joined, the FIDM where I am, which I was using as an excuse, my first sign up was from Shidim. My third sign up is also from Shidim. So what is your excuse? Like, don't let your excuses hold you back. Don't let
Yeah.
excuses hold you back. Today that you have heard about this project, please join. Please join, and then leverage on the efforts of others. You might wait and join later. It wouldn't be too late, but you would have missed out on a lot of things. And don't be in a hurry to make money. You can make money. The very day I joined, I got $50 because I registered somebody. So once you are willing and ready, you can. But stay and then learn and be a better version of yourself. And you will really get that if you stay put, you learn and then you follow what the leaders are telling us. And then for those who are in, please, well, most of you might not know me, but you can check me out on Facebook. I hardly talk, but now, thanks to GotBackUp, I'm showing my face on Facebook. I'm doing videos. I didn't have a TikTok account, but I have signed up on TikTok. I post videos on TikTok as well. So don't just sit on the fence. Get involved. Listen to the trainings and become a better version of yourself. Dish out value, and then people will be willing to join because of who you are becoming. And you'll be surprised the feedback you get.
Wow. 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 Yeah, I wanted her to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
Network.
Yeah. It's just incredible. Some of the great points that she's saying. I mean, sometimes it's good to sit back and watch people grow like that. She wasn't willing to come and talk long time ago, and she's been
Mm,
coming now. She's becoming better. Look at the
yeah.
way she's smiling all through. And what is your last message?
Okay, so you are here, you've listened to us. Some of you have been coming here multiple times. It's time to take that step because tomorrow will still come, the sun will still shine and set. The only thing that will make the difference is the actions you take. If you start right now, you will start learning right now, and you will be ahead of someone who will start next year. So start right now. We haven't even scratched the surface. A lot of people don't know about it. In Africa, we are not even 2000. Imagine this whole continent. So start right now and start learning, because people are waiting to what come in drones. By then you would have learned enough to be able to be positioned to attract more people towards you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know the honeycomb? The honeycomb. Honey.
Yeah.
Now, if you have checked the bees, what they do is that while some of the bees are struggling to leave, other bees are struggling to enter. That is how life is. Some will leave this project, many will come into this project. But
Yes,
there's one thing you will notice, that the number will be increasing.
absolutely.
When I started, Ghana was number 82nd country. Today, 154 countries. The total number of people in Africa are not 2,000. The people in Africa are almost a billion. And yet, the people in Africa in GotBackUp are not even up to 2,000 human beings. And yet, look at some of the incomes people were making, the one you saw. So people will come. It's only a matter of time. The patience, okay? The person who is patient, that person will build, and over time, that person will fruit. Learn about the Chinese bamboo tree. That Chinese bamboo tree, it takes a long time, 5 years to pop. For 5 years, you don't even see anything. But then as you keep on watering, fertilizing, you don't see anything, no, until 5 years. And in that 5 years, just within 5 months, it will grow 90 feet tall, taller than all the trees. The Chinese bamboo tree. It is called endurance. It takes time for anything good to be harvested. For example, at the age of 12, Jesus wanted to talk. It wasn't his time to talk. So he was brought back to Nazareth, and then he stayed there, became a carpenter until he was 30 years. From the age of 12 to the age of 30, he was learning, he was building, he was growing, he was fertilizing, he was watering in obscurity. For 18 years, Jesus was under apprenticeship. He didn't say that, God, I need to do this thing quickly. Oh, I need to shake the world. No. 18 years, he was learning. And so by the time he came out of the Jordan River, the world gravitated towards him because his value commanded its own returns. So stay in the game, keep learning, keep growing, keep getting better. As you do this over time, your value will command its own returns. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much indeed, all of you, for coming here. It's been an excellent program. I want to say super thank you to Regeneration Zone, to Ethel, to Delphina, to Benjamin Chumasi. Benjamin, you have been incredible all the time, giving some powerful nuggets. And all of you who have been commenting, Abdul Latifu, okay, you have been giving some great commenting here. Agatha, Scholastica Mensa, you've been giving some great commenting here. all of you who have been commenting, I want to say thank you so much indeed. And a special thank you to Enyanam Epiphania, Mrs. Enyanam Epiphania Safanu. She is an incredible woman. She's a humble learner and a great achiever, and grace actually belongs to her. And I also want to say super thank you to Martha Iron Planch for being here and smiling throughout. Okay, you are truly in the business of happiness. You're in the business of happiness, and I want to say thank you so much indeed for coming. We always want to see you around. Don't hide. Studio or no studio, light off or no light off, you come. Okay, so that you come and share nuggets. You see, the more you give, Acts chapter 20, verse 35, the more you give, there is more happiness in giving than there is in receiving. You see, you gave your knowledge, you are smiling throughout, and the blessing you brought into other people. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much indeed for all of you coming here. We will meet again next week. In the interim, every day of the week, we will have individual meetings across the globe. You will see this across the pages. Join them, join the training. Dr. Dorothy is doing a special training on Tuesday. Be part of it. Okay. Chris and Tammy are doing an incredible program on Wednesday. Be part of it. Okay. I'll do a special program on Thursday. Please be part of it. Then Chris and Tammy will come back again and do a special program on Friday. Be part of it. And then on Sunday, we will meet right here in the studio. Thank you very much indeed. Enjoy the rest of your day and see you very soon. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.